Om Shanti. Good evening. And so, what is the topic tonight? So, it is power of determination. And so, what is determination? What is defined as determination in normal terms when we use it? What would you say? So, determination is basically having a firm thought or, deciding to do something firmly. And then whatever we decide, and that's what we do. So, that is called determination. We decide something and we bring it into our routine. And the power of determination, meaning, again, power goes up and down. So, it can increase and decrease. So, determination, we all have this virtue because this is the virtue of the soul. So, each one of us has this virtue of determination, but that is a different matter that some of us use it more and some may use it less. And the more we use it, the more it increases. The power of determination increases within us. Now, where all do we use determination? If we think about it, where have we used determination in the past? If we look at our own lives, where have we used determination? Where do we use determination? We all have used it many times, right? So people use determination for studies, right? If they don't do well and if they want to get better grades. So for studying, one uses determination. Then in sports, right? In sports, when somebody wants to do better and perform better, basically for performance, determination is used. Where else is used? Where else? So it's also used in life when we want to achieve a goal, some goal that we have that we want to achieve, then we use the power of determination. So in total, so if we say that power of determination, we use it to bring some sort of change in our lives. So this determination brings whatever is happening, we're not okay with it, and it brings a change in our life. So that is where we use determination. Now, if we talk about change, this change happens in two ways when we use determination. What are the two ways? One sort of determination we use when we start something new, that I want to give 1 hour for exercise, or I want to do this, so I want to take 1 hour extra for studying. So we do something, we start something new that we have not been doing, right? That is one way we use it. And the other way where we use determination is we stop doing something that we were doing that was not right, that I do not want to do this. I do not want to smoke anymore. I do not want to lie anymore. I do not want to, any habit that we see that we do not want to use it. So there are two ways. One is we start something new where we use determination, and the other is when we stop something that we have been doing. Which one is easier? What do you think?
When we start something.
Starting something new, yes, exactly. Starting something new is because there is enthusiasm. We have, we are refreshed that, okay, we are starting, we have that excitement. So starting something new is easier. But if you really look at it, even when we start something new, we're going to remove something old. Say, suppose we give an hour for studying, a student gives an hour for studying, that 1 hour that was going somewhere else, that student is utilizing for studies. So something old is also being changed. Some routine is also being changed. So both happen together. But yes, starting something new is easier. But again, if when we stop something, there's also benefit in that as well. Now, what are the forces guide us, or the motivating factors. What motivates us to have this power or do something? Right? With determination, we also reach towards our goals we discussed. So what motivates? Why does everybody not have this power equally? Right? Everybody wants to achieve the goals, but why does everybody use this power in different ways? So there's also this factor, what are we using for motivation, for this determination? There could be external factors. What are the external factors? Maybe I get some reward outside, right? If I do this, I'll get a good salary, right? So I'm motivated. But that's an external factor, and the intention behind my determination is some sort of external attainment that I get, right? Now, there could be another external influence, that I get appreciation, right? For appreciation, for acknowledgement, for even approval, we might use this power, because the moment we use it, we get more appreciation and it feels good, right? So that's an external power, external thing that we get. So whenever we get something from outside or externally, we are dependent, because one day it might be there and one day it might not be there. If I don't get appreciated, so then that determination, the ground it was standing on, it will be shaky, right? So I don't want to use determination for something external that somebody gives me, or some external factor gives me that boost, because then I'll always be dependent on an external factor. Now, sometimes people use a negative we use the negative expression also to use determination, that person said this to me, I am going to prove that person wrong. And we use ego or anger as the base of determination. Of course, determination gives success, so we become successful. It's not that we don't change or we don't do anything, but the entire journey of changing ourselves is very hard, or it feels like a suffering, because I'm trying to prove it to the other person, that I'm going to prove you I am this, I am not that, right? We are starting with a base that I am I'm all again dependent on some external factor. Or you told me this, I am hurt, I'm going to prove you wrong. You did this, I'll show you one day what I can do, right? So this is also a negative expression, where I am using a negative internal force to use the power of determination. So what can I do what power should I use internally that is more stable? That is, the intention behind using the motivation is more stable, that I am not shaky if one day something doesn't happen. What if nobody hurts me? So I'm not going to change something about me, right? So I have to bring some internal factor, some motivation that comes out from deep within, that comes from a realization, that comes from something within, that something needs to change. And why it needs to change? Because it is necessary, it is important. So when that realization comes from within, that's when the decision will come. Now, in your life, if you go back and look, if you have done anything with determination, how long did it take you to decide? How long did it take you to decide that now I'm not going to do this, or I'm going to do this? Anything that we did, how long it took us? One day? 1 year? How long did it take us? What do you think?
One moment.
One moment. Yeah. Yes. A second.
Sometimes it's instant.
We decide instantly that this is it. There's no I will think about it, there's no okay, maybe. That's not determination. When determination happens, when we have used it in the past, it happens in a second. This is it. And in that moment, before that, the work is done. But in that moment, it only takes 1 second to decide. Right? When we use this power of determination, what do we get? Why we have to use this power of determination? What do we get? It's a virtue that every soul has. So it is a positive virtue. We all have it. We all can increase it. But what are we going to get when we use this?
Discipline?
Yes. Confidence,
gives you a
very good.
pleasure.
Huh?
It gives you a pleasure.
Yes, you're satisfied, you're contented that I did what I wanted to do. So it gives you that inner satisfaction and contentment. Someone said confidence, right? It improves self-confidence because I have faith in myself. Because when we try to do something, challenges will come. But despite that, when we overcome, it improves our self-confidence. What else? Someone said discipline, right? Because it's never one-time thing. We might have to do it persistently. So it improves, it makes us more disciplined. What else?
You feel powerful.
We feel powerful, yes. We feel very powerful because more confident and we feel powerful about ourselves. Yes, we are more self-aware that what am I doing? Yes, it increases the self-awareness. What else? When you last used determination, what else did you get through your journey?
Achievement.
What is it?
Achievement.
Yes. So you
Reach
get
the
success.
final
Yes, you reach your
thing.
final goal. Yes, for sure. That's one thing, you achieve your final goal. And also it makes you meaning you're more perseverant because problems will come, challenges will come, but you still move on. So you learn to be resilient. You know how resilience, you bounce back. So some challenges might come that bring you down, but if you have power of determination, you can come up. You have hope because that there is a strong desire to do. See, determination, one is the internal force that we talked, that there is a power of realization. That's when we change something in our lives. But also when we have a strong desire to do something, when we have a strong desire. And it is very important what this desire is, because say suppose this desire is something very selfish, right? It's not for benefiting others. I'll go behind it because we automatically run behind our desires. From morning till night, we only go behind our desires. I want to do this, I want to do this, I want to do this, right? But what if that desire is selfish? What will be the end product? Yes, I use determination, so I will reach towards the goal. But when I reach towards the goal, when I have it in my hands, I'll feel very empty, right? We all are aware of that. When we did something that we really wanted and when we got it, we felt like, oh, it's not even worth it, right? Again, we feel empty. Otherwise, we should be full. So we have to be very clear about what that desire is, because any strong desire will increase our power of determination. So, but we have to make sure that desire is pure. That is something that benefits me and benefits others, right? It can be something that does not benefit my family members. So we have to be careful. And so we were talking about resilience, how it brings resilience. There's this one American model, Amy Purdy. So when she was 19 years old, you must have heard, right, her story. So when she was 19 years old, she had a brain infection. And because of that, she lost her legs. She lost her legs and she lost, her hearing problem and a lot of things that she was suffering after she was discharged. So, but she wanted to snowboard. That was her desire, that she wanted to do snowboarding. So then she got artificial feet, like how they give that. And she started doing snowboarding and she tried and tried and tried and she failed and failed and failed, right? And what happened? She realized that with these orthotics, with these artificial legs, I cannot do snowboarding. I need better legs. So what she did, because there was that desire, she created the shoes or the feet on her own with her home material, duct tape. She built it herself. She was not an engineer. She only had the desire. So she made that feet and then she was able to do snowboarding and she won Paralympics. So what was that? So this is what it created. It brought that creativity in her. Because of that determination, it brought immense creativity that you could never even think of. And there are numerous examples like this. When we want to do something, the determination automatically follows and it will bring us, even if there are challenges in life, even if there are problems, the hope will not come down. It will, in fact, it will become a step to go forward. It won't stop us. It would make us even go closer, right? That's how we feel when somebody stops us from doing something we want to do. We want to do it even more, right? So that's how when challenges come in life, those desires, that determination even becomes stronger, and it brings other qualities, flexibility, right? When we use determination, we become flexible. Okay, if it's not working this way, we'll use something, maybe try something different. We become open-minded, but we are determined to do it, right? When people, when we quit, right? It's in a moment. Whenever we decide, oh, we're gonna quit, we're thinking, or slowly we are quitting. What does it mean by slowly? It's not happening, right? Slowly meaning it's not happening. So this was the other factor. Now we have other stories like Stephen Hawking, right? He was a scientist at the age of 19. He also got a disease, ALS, right? A neurological disorder, which stopped him, with his muscles, stopped him from doing various things in life. But yet, he created so many theses, and in physics, he did, one of the greatest scientists, right? And he lived until 76 years old. So he also used power of determination. So power of determination can bring wonders, can make the impossible possible. And we hold on to it. It creates hope within us when we have that. When we lose that determination, what happens? We lose hope, we lose everything. And then we don't move ahead, we stop, right? But when we hold on to that power, hold on to that desire, it takes us towards our goal. Now, what are some hindrances? What are some things that stop us from being determined, right? We have had those moments also where we decided something and we didn't do it, right? So what are those things that stop us from being determined? Fear. Yes, fear of what? Fear of making a mistake. So never taking the first step. So never even taking the first step, right? Lack of courage, yes. What else? Fear of letting go. Because when we use determination, when we want to change something, we want to bring something, we have to let go of something that we are doing currently, right? We have to let go. If I want to study more, I have to let go of my playtime, right? If I want to do something, they say no pain, no gain, right? So I would have to lose something that I really like. If I want to quit a habit, I probably love that habit, right? So I have to let go of that pleasure that I'm getting from that habit. So if I'm not willing, I'm saying, oh, I love it, I love it, I love it. How will I let go of it, right? If I love it, I will not, it will be very difficult. And I'll say that, oh, it's so hard, because I'm saying myself that I love that, right? So I have to be aware. So why this problem comes? Because it's okay. Why this problem comes? Because I think that whatever I'm doing or whatever it gives me is my friend. It helps me. Like a smoker might think that it relaxes me. If I'm watching too much TV, I think I am getting entertained, right? I'm wasting time, but I'm getting entertained. If I eat too much food, I say, oh, I like eating that, right? So I give it a justification and I say that I get something from it, and I do not realize what is the downside of it. I don't see it as my enemy. If we see something as my enemy, there is a dislike that comes. I won't love that thing, right? So because I think that is my friend, I see it as, oh, okay, it's fine. I give it away. If I think it as my enemy, am I even aware thinking of it as my enemy? If I really think of it as my enemy, I won't use that thing. I won't do it again, right? Then there is also the lack of knowledge of the consequence, right? Certain times we don't change and we are unaware. We think that will happen to somebody else, not to me. We always think it's not going to happen to me. It's only going to happen to somebody else. And that's why when people go through big challenges in health, they change so many behaviors in their life. Why they change? Because a big thing comes and they feel, oh, I am sick. My body is sick like this. So they realize that it actually happened to them. And that's when they realize that, okay, now I want to change it. Because we never think it's going to be us, right? When we do something wrong, something that needs to change, we never think we're ever going to face a consequence, right? When we get a ticket, do we ever think that we were speeding and we would ever get a ticket? We don't think that way at that moment, right? So these are certain things, being more aware. Also, lack of focus. When we are, we want to do something, but there's no focus. We're not going to be able to have determination, because the focus, concentration, focus is the initial requirement for determination. We won't be able to reach there. Think of Arjuna, right? You must have heard the story. So in the court, he was asked to aim the eye of the fish, and the fish was on a rotating circle on top, and he had to look down in the water and aim and look in the water and aim for the fish's eye up there that was moving. And even in the eye, the pupil, which is the round thing, that's where the arrow had to be put. How much focus it requires. Everybody, all the members that came had the same goal. All of them had to do that. But why only Arjuna was able to do it? Because he was focused. Everybody was probably determined. But focus, bringing focus that this is where, this is what I want to do, this is what my goal is, will bring automatic determination, right? So what are some ways? So if we have all of these things, or if something is lacking, we're trying. So what are some ways that we can increase or improve our determination? What do you think? What can we do? How can we increase our determination? Positive mindset, yes. Being hopeful, having faith in the self, yes. But also, if we want to change something, sometimes making a promise works. Making a firm promise. You know, in studies, smokers, when they quit, so they quit in 3 different ways: by either nicotine or patches, or by medication, or by going cold turkey, meaning they stop on their own. The success rate for all 3 is equal. So medicine, imagine there's a medicine that takes the taste away, but the success rate of going cold turkey or stopping on your own is equal to that, right? So in a moment when we decide, we make a firm promise that this is it, I'm not going back to it. This chapter is closed, having a firm promise. And that again comes from this realization that this is bad for me. I need to change something about it. This realization has to be there. So I have to know I don't have to make my foe my friend by saying, no, it's okay. So realization. Then the other is by making a firm promise, by charting. You know, when we chart, when we monitor our success or monitor what we are doing, some days we might fall off. Okay, you know what? Today I didn't go to the gym, or today I didn't do this thing. So if I have a way of monitoring, at least the next day I'll come back. Oh, I missed 2 days in a week, or something I did. So some way of monitoring myself. And being okay, when we see, also not being very harsh when we fell, you know, because at that time, encouraging ourselves that let's go back. All right? And what other method is? Just do it, right? They say it, you know, it's in so many books also, they describe it. Just do it. Do not think that, oh, what if this happened, then this is there, then I face this. No extra thoughts. Just do it. Tell your mind, hold on, we'll talk to you later. Let me do this now, right? And it actually works. If you try doing it, tell your mind, I'm sleepy. Tell your mind, I'll sleep later. Let me do this now. I don't want to do it. I'm being very lazy. I want to relax. I'll listen to you later. First, let me do this. So tell your mind, I'll listen to you. I'm not ignoring you, but let me do this first, right? And another method of also using or increasing this power of determination is through meditation. In meditation, we get the power, right? We go in silence. Our thoughts decrease. we get the clarity, we get wisdom, and from that also we also get power from the higher source, and that power enables us, gives us that power if something is very tenacious and we are not able to do it persistently. So we get that power. Okay, so these are some ways where we can improve our determination. Okay, so now it's time for meditation, and we'll go through meditation experience, and after that, if we have any questions, we can take questions. Okay? Om Shanti. Om Shanti. I am a powerful being. Visualize a tiny sparkling star in the center of the forehead. This is me, the being. I, the being, decide what I want to do, where I want to go. I understand that there might be some habits that I know I should change, that probably I have tried to change. Bring that particular habit on a screen in front of you. Whether it's a physical behavior or a behavior that causes harm to me or others around me. I realize this habit is my enemy. Enemy that gives me some attainment temporarily, but in the long run, it damages me. It brings me down. And it is not a part of me. My true self is a pure being. that I have the power to change this behavior and choose a positive behavior in front of it. And stay in my truth. I, the being, connect to the higher being, the Supreme, who is also a point of light. My eternal parent, my parent. Who gives me everything I need. Way, way, way more than that habit can give me. This unlimited love allows me to let go of that behavior. Let go of that habit that has damaged me for years. I receive that power from the higher being. I take the step of courage because I know as soon as I take the first step, it is easy afterwards. I decide and choose to change my behavior. For the benefit of self and others around me. I create a new positive habit in replacement of that. A thought that I am a pure being. Who refuses to use ego, anger, or greed. This unlimited love and power by the higher being makes me realize my strengths. I use this power of determination to replace the old habit with a new habit, the new me. I refuse to use my old behavior. I know problems may come, situations will come, but even if it is the toughest moment of my life, even if I don't know where to go, I will still never go back to that behavior again. That chapter is closed forever. And with this thought, I promise myself, I promise that yes, I want to be free from it, free from its slavery. I have the power to decide, and with the power of higher being, I continue my journey. And now I would create a method to monitor it daily at night before going to bed, just to check how did I do. I am a powerful being. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Any questions?
Meditation take long time, right?
To learn?
Meditation,
Mm-hmm.
started only 1 month ago. Very difficult sometimes.
Very, it's a practice. And so, not during when you sit for meditation, whatever we do throughout the day, that helps with the meditation. So, when you do the spiritual classes here, so they tell like how the day should be. Like we get a homework, right, in those classes. So when we do the homework that day, so at the end of the day, we are very happy. So next day when we sit, it becomes better. So ideally, both are recommended. So evening also and morning also. But if somebody works and they cannot wake up early to in the starting, one can start in the evening. But definitely morning hours because the atmosphere is silent. So it definitely is better. Yeah, start somewhere when we start. So then sometimes morning is difficult if we are not used to waking up, but whatever time we wake up, few minutes before that we can start. Yeah. Yes, you can take music, you can take, there are commentaries, there are actually CDs, or there are commentaries that are there. You can use commentaries like right now we did with a commentary. So when you use a commentary in the beginning, you're giving thoughts to your mind. So because the habit of the mind is to jump, right? It'll go to another thought and then what happened yesterday. right? So there's a commentary, and when we just follow through that commentary, the concentration increases. Then once the mind is clear, meaning once the thoughts are good, only then we'll be able to get concentration. If there are too many negative thoughts, too many questions, it'll be hard to get concentration. So first the mind has to be uplifted with positive thoughts. So listen to something positive. Then once we get the answers to what's going on, why did this person did this, why this happened, once we get all those answers, we're quiet, then we are willing, we are light, then we are willing to meditate. That's where the spiritual knowledge helps. Yeah. So it's a practice, but every day you will see it's a practice. When we follow, definitely experience comes. Mhm. Okay.
When we don't do anything.
I'm sorry?
When I'm young, what?
Yeah, it's okay. It doesn't go by any age. You can do. In fact, if you do now, you have this realization, I didn't do it then. Now you'll do it with full force because you know that, okay, I didn't do it. Let me just put my 100%. And now you have so much time also. When we are young, we sometimes don't have enough time. So you have so much benefit. So you can put it to use. Okay. Any other questions? Okay. A Saturday classes, I'm for meditation? I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think so. Okay. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Thank you so much.